environmental material. This is for a poster. We had a lot of people are illiterate, so we needed to make sure that it would be able to reach people even if they couldn't read. So we've identified all the safe behaviors and what people can do to make themselves safe. We're making this into a poster and a booklet, and then going village to village with an extension worker and spreading what we have learned. The other thing is ecotourism. There's very little ecotourism in the reserve. In fact, there's only one ecotourism camp. But it's very important to make the linkages between ecotourism and conservation. And this year, as Steve mentioned, when they had the WCN visitors, it was so great because we were able to go back to the village, and they'd pass through the village on the way to us, and say, because people saw animals, we are able to help you with your school. And we were able to put shutters up and doors on the school and get them a new roof. And these linkages are essential so that lions start to have a value. This is the school at the moment. They only have 2 school buildings. A lot of the lessons happen outside. We've managed to paint the school. There's the before and after picture. And just after we painted the school, another 20 children joined because they thought something exciting was going to happen. So you never know what effect you're going to have, but when you have these really positive ones, it's exciting. We also have some Lion Fun Days at the end of the year, in which we really are testing the children to see what they can do and what they know, but it's also to make conservation fun. Otherwise, conservation can always end up being about, no, don't do this, don't do that. And so we have these activities, and we also test what the perceptions are about lions and other carnivores, so we can test later whether we are having an effect. So we don't put all these environmental education materials in place and then find that we're not reaching our target audience. We're very excited to say that we have a book. It's actually in Portuguese, so we have a few English versions, which will be the first storybook the children have ever seen. It's just arrived, and I'm really looking forward to going back to Niassa and being able to give it to the children. We wanted to make it beautiful so that when they hold it in their hands, they feel like they have something very precious, and it has all the conservation messages in it. It's also about extending this to a larger audience. This is just to show a workshop that we did in Dar es Salaam with all the lion researchers in the region, in East Africa, so that we could all share ideas about what was working and what wasn't. And as Keith mentioned, mentorship is really important to us. And this is a wildlife club. They started the wildlife club all on their own. It's the first wildlife club in Niassa, in one of the villages, Makula. And we really believe in supporting this kind of initiative. But mentorship goes from the wildlife club all the way through to our community scouts. We hope to have all the villages to have one community scout, which we support, which collects information on human-wildlife conflict. And also that we can reach is the bridge between us and the communities. And we have the training session is ongoing as we speak. We have 13 different community scouts. We have another 4 being trained. We also have Eusebio. This is Eusebio when we first met him. I mentioned him earlier. We met him. He's the guy with the hat on.